Wow, 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 wow. You are about to find yourself on a wandering path. You are about to find yourself on a wandering path, and especially when it comes to the stage and the period in between the 11th and the 25th of June 2022, my gorgeous Pisces, this is about to open your eyes. This is about to change your life. But of course, these are only the beginning stages, so it's important to remember, as soon as you find yourself on this wandering path that I'm talking about, you will know exactly why did I choose these words, wandering path. Indeed, on one hand, this is going to make you feel can you hear this? You see, this is a sign. On one hand, this is going to make you feel really curious, and at this moment in time, this is going to be absolutely superb, the best thing to do, because it's all about you exploring this. It's all about you going forward, but at the same time, you are going to be facing uncertainty, and this uncertainty is so special in itself, because that is going to play a giant role in your life when it comes to you having the ability to choose who do you want to become. This is so important, my gorgeous Pisces. I cannot stress enough. My name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Pisces, and it's for June 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's for June 2022. And when it comes to the actual numerology, before I even go there, this month is going to bring you a turning point that you've been waiting for a long time. But if you think about it, if you try to plan it, if you try to focus, you're still not going to be able to connect to such a high level, because this in itself, the situation, is going to require from you to respond to it spontaneously. And this is where your greatest power is, within yourself. And when you respond to things spontaneously, you do the right thing, even if you don't understand at the time. Later on, within the due unfoldment, there is so much that is going to become confirmed. So in numerology, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Piscelini, your number is 822. It's like, oh my God. Do you know what does that mean? Let me tell you, what does it mean? Let me tell you, what does it mean? My gorgeous Piscelini, it basically means that an enormous, a terrible situation in your life that you came across that made you feel really powerful, and it kind of affected your personal liberation, it affected your spirit, it affected your way of planning. It's just like so much that is followed, with this particular vibration, with this particular energy. So the bottom line is the situation that made you feel made you feel really powerless for quite a while now, for some time, it's about to come to an end. And this is absolutely brilliant, because it's all about the liberation of your spirit. This is to do with the spiritual liberation. This is to do with you going on the next stage, next step of your spiritual journey. And it is most certainly, it's going to require from you to make a really important decision. And you will know which decision this is exactly, because it's weirdly going to happen at a time when you're just kind of gonna have someone on your mind who maybe did something to you, like in your past, but you're still holding some kind of a grudges against someone. This is going to be a sign to let this go and move on, but at the same time, because you need to release yourself from this. So as soon as you feel angry about someone, sad about someone, you need to recognize that you're holding the certain grudge, and this is the last bit of tingy that it's actually holding you down from moving on to a whole new dimension. But even more so, what I said before, you will know as soon as you let this person go, you will release yourself. But also at the same time, an important decision is going to come up, what I said about your personal development. Few days after that, within the next few days, there is going to be a wonderful, amazing, huge, giant decision that you are going to be able to make. And this decision is when it comes to your development, wherever you are at this moment in time, this is most certainly going to secure the next step. Next stage, it's obviously going to be followed. As I said, this is to do with you pretty much so understanding that this is to do with your improvement, development. It's to do with your promotion of your life, but also at the same time, you know, there is going to be quite good news that you're also going to have at around the 18th of June 2022. The news that you're going to have was delayed, and it's to do with the progress, and it's also to do with an outcome of the past effort. You were waiting for the certain outcome of the past effort, and I am talking about the stage and the period within the last 36 months indeed. So now it's all boiling down to this particular point, because when you get this news about the outcome of the past effort, this is also, believe me or no, it's not gonna seem like absolutely huge, giant, like, oh yeah baby, but it's gonna feel good. It's going to feel really brilliant at the same time. But most importantly, what I want to say here, it's the fact that this is going to make you feel really active. It's going to regenerate you almost immediately. It's going to bring you determination. And that determination is to do with the field that you are, my gorgeous Pisces, very, very experienced at. And also spiritually, you feel very strong connection to this. And that in itself is going to lead towards an important idea. This idea is going to be way out of the life that no longer serves you. This idea is going to be the way out of the dimension that no longer serves you, because suddenly you're going to become really bored with the certain things around you, and that is also going to be your sign that pretty much so you need to move on with your life, because it's all about the actual negativity and sadness, a bit of a trouble and restraint caused by others that kind of dominated your life for a while, and that actually reflected on your own a lack of ambition, and you don't want that, my gorgeous Pisces. Just remember, this affected you and it affected your lack of ambition. So this is, of course, that this is important to you. You are gonna basically pretty much so gonna really kind of have a vision of your life, like suddenly it's like, oh, I don't want this to repeat again, I don't want this to repeat again. You know, you learn from this experience, you learn from this experience, and it's just going to be like about like you don't want like a certain things to repeat. And this is brilliant, and it's a very healthy spiritual sign that you have learned invaluable lesson here, an invaluable lesson here. And even more so, a couple of days after that, an important message is going to arrive, and that message is going to really open your eyes even more, and it's going to answer a rather specific question. How long is certain project going to take? What project I'm talking about, this is also going to be absolutely evident to you, my gorgeous Pisces, at this moment in time. You know, when I said about straight away when you become aware of this like repetition that you do not want to kind of like really go through anymore, this is a very healthy sign of the spiritual growth. But at the same time, you know, this is like kind of like the start of your own journey when it comes to the advancement into the unknown. You will know that this is needed from you to do in order to make this alteration, because the process of change is starting for you here, my gorgeous Pisces. And that in itself is going to be followed by an absolutely wonderful person if you're in your life, somebody who's very consistent. Okay, somebody who's very, very consistent, somebody who's very trustworthy, and somebody who's really nice energy, very gentle, beautiful, optimistic, nice energy. Somebody who's rather spiritual, but somebody who's really nice as well, like in so many different ways. This particular person is quite successful, and you really like this person, and somehow you look up to this person quite a lot. But that particular person, someone who's really consistent in your life, it's also also going to tell you something. Oh my God, what are you gonna hear? It's just like kind of gonna really almost at that moment in time, there is so much that it's going to be resolved in your life in terms of the actual, because you're going to be wondering quite a lot if you're doing the right thing. You're going to be focusing on the part of your life that it's about to open up, but it's going to require further of your own energetic investment, and this is going to put you in a bit of a stationary position. You're going to be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So that's why this is going to be brilliant, because it's a lot going to be quite answered here to you as well, exactly through that person who gives you an important news, someone consistent in your life. Through them you will understand exactly which part of your life do you need to put more kind of energy in, like in terms of the actual investment, your energy, your precious time, and things like that, you know. And the answer to that is creativity, creativity, creativity. Energetically you will be strong throughout the months of June 2022, and that means that the more creative you are, you know, of course the movement creates the energy, indeed, but the more creative you are when it comes to you, and when it comes to the months of June, more you're gonna be the more powerful you're gonna become when it comes to being noticed by the people that you want to be noticed by. So use it wisely and make the most of it. And the same goes if you're angry and sad and down, then you're going to be like pretty much so multiplying like this energy, and this is what you're going to be attracting, and you don't want that. You see, you want to keep on top of things and keep your energy elevated. This is important, to keep on making sure throughout the months of June that you understand that it's all about keeping your energy consistent and keeping going. And there are going to be a couple of things, you know, a couple of situations that you're going to be going through the actual months of June, where you will think like, oh my God, like you know, you're just gonna kind of like think that, you know, your energy drained. Couple of situations where you're gonna think the energy is drained, that you can't go any further. My Lord, both of these times are really important for you to go further. Both of these times are gonna be so important, because you are gonna find out something very special about yourself. And sometimes in this life, even when we feel like, oh, we can't go any further, you just must. You have to push yourself. This is an absolutely one of the ultimate ways when it comes to our spiritual journey, our spirit journey, just to keep going no matter what. And sometimes we don't feel like we want to go. Oh God, I don't feel right and things like that. No, baby, no. The month of June is the time when you need to push yourself to the actual limit, and you will see by the end of the month what is going to happen. The result from this is going to be mind-blowing, amazing, and absolutely incredible, because there are two mind-blowing opportunities you will be facing on the 29th and the 30th of June 2022. Both of these opportunities are going to be life-changing, and both of these opportunities are going to have a maximum kind of impact on your life later on, but you will be able to see the direct results in actual already in November and December 2022. By then your life is going to be completely changed, and you will see the direct correlation with everything that I've actually mentioned so far. So of course that this is going to be good. So just remember, the more creative you are, the more powerful you're going to be. The more creative you are, the more confident you're going to be, the stronger energy you're going to protect, you know. So just remember this, because this is also going to be a guiding light, but it's going to be increasing your self-confidence all the way, you know, every step of the way, okay? And it will, just remember that it will all be down to you, my gorgeous Pisces, how creative you are going to be after this point onwards. And it will be immediately, you know, it will immediately lead, and it will immediately have a connection to some kind of traveling plans, okay? So just don't forget that, some kind of connection to the actual traveling plans as well. And maybe, you know, you're going to need to make journey somewhere far, maybe it's just going to be journey like a half an hour away. However, natural step after this moment, it will be immediately connected to the traveling plans. And also what I quite like, my gorgeous Pisces, it's in between the 18th and the 30th of June, you know. It's all about you feeling this passion from the 18th of June until the 30th of June. This is a big mama moment, like lots of big mamas. No, this is brilliant, you know, because it's all about passion and confidence and charisma that you're gonna feel, you know. And at the same time, time, you're going to become aware of events that are going to require immediate action. And this is going to get that fire within you going, that passion. But at the same time, you have to kind of like do not ignore the fact that you have to trust your instinct and stay focused. You know, this is absolutely a very passionate time of your life. It's about to start when you can take your passion, of course, with this energy on like a level 2575, my gorgeous Pisces. So this is why this is so important. And so what else I was going to say, when it comes to the actual nutrition and health and things like that, I strongly remind you, I'm strongly reminding you, if you didn't cut out sugar completely, please try to do so. And when I say completely, okay, I understand, like if you want to have a little bit of cake and then it comes with the sugar, that's absolutely fine, you know, every now and then, or a little bit of like, I don't know, some kind of cake, some kind of things like that, then there's nothing you can do about it because it's sugar there already, and treat yourself every now and then, it's okay. But when I say that you need to kind of take sugar out of your diet, I mean like if you are taking sugar, like the actual white sugar, brown sugar, green sugar, it doesn't matter which sugar it is, just stay away from it. It's not what you think it is, so just stay away from it no matter what. So I mean like when you are putting things like in a coffee, on daily basis, in a tea, maybe on daily basis, and things like that. If you're still doing it, try to like kind of like a completely cut out of your diet as much as you possibly can. Completely would be absolutely superb. It would be on point to do. But if you can't, I completely understand. But this is something that I really highly suggest you, because it's draining your energy, and your energy, it's making you less impactful. And when you're less impactful, then you know you're subconsciously, you're kind of blocking yourself from achieving so much more in life that you actually could, you know, because lots of people think, oh yeah, I'll take a little bit of sugar, it's going to give me like energy and things like that. No baby, no, it is all fake, and it's completely opposite than the actual energy. If you want something for a little bit of energy, maybe organic honey instead, or organic maple syrup perhaps, you know, also it's fantastic when it comes to boosting energy levels on a completely different way, and it stays much longer within our system rather than the sugar, which is all fake and it's not real and it's not normal. So this is something I really want you to kind of understand, because I know that there is that sensitivity when it comes to sugar. So also at the same time, do try to drink like organic dandelion tea, which is going to help you to flush out the toxins out of the system. And at the same time, if you feel a little bit of discomfort in your stomach, just what I said before, organic chamomile tea is like a must, absolutely, because almost instantly you feel so much better. On another hand, when it comes to reconnecting with the nature, I know I said this before, but there is something very special that you are going to gain and gather if you connect with the nature, reconnect with the nature in June 2022, which means that you can simply go outside, spend some time by the sea, if you can, spend some time by the water, lake, a river. And if you haven't got any of these things around you, then at least a little bit of forest, or a little bit of some kind of area where you can visit in the park, you know, and just sit down a little bit, absorb this beautiful energy, absorb the sun on your face, activate your third psychic eye, activate your pineal gland. This is an absolutely perfect time to do so. And all you need to do is just go inside the nature, face the sun a little bit, close your eyes, and make sure that all your muscles around you are relaxed, and then absorb as much as you can basically of that beautiful sun, and absorb this energy. It's going to make you feel so much better, and you will see almost few days after that moment in time, something is going to happen to you, something amazing is going to happen to you when it comes to the negotiation that you are going to be the part of, and the way you're going to respond to this, you're going to surprise yourself. And this is the wiseness and energy that I'm talking about. Absolutely a must. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be the first important date this month. But before I go there, look what I highly suggest you to get. I mean, this is probably probably one of the most powerful crystals that I can suggest you. This is one of the most powerful, most amazing, most significant crystals out there. This is you see, it looks like a tiger's eye. It has got a tiger's eye. This is the combination of two wonderful, mind-blowing crystals that are making this crystal, but it's completely unique in its own way, in its own sense. It's a very, very powerful crystal on its own, and it's it's called Nellit. This is an amazing crystal, and it's very powerful because on one hand it protects you from an evil eye, but even most importantly, you know why is it so powerful? Because it helps you to connect with yourself on a very deep and spiritual level. Why? Because it's enhancing your pineal gland, your third psychic eye. It's absolutely brilliant. This is what I need you to understand, okay? It helps you to connect to your third eye, which is your pineal gland, and this is so much, like there is so much going on when it comes to our third psychic eye. Everything around us, it's connected with us. Our third psychic eye, it's probably the most powerful part of our bodies. Lots of people don't know this, lots of people don't understand this, which is absolutely fine, and this is why I'm here for. I want to open your eyes, and I want you to make you realize how powerful you become as soon as your pineal gland starts opening up. You start understanding things on a completely different level. You start seeing things on a completely different level, and the things that you were so scared and worried about, you become really wise about, because now you see it as something like a blessing, because you understand it on a completely different level, and even more so, you understand how to protect yourself, because it gives you the peace of mind. You know, this crystal as well, it's a very, very powerful as well, and it helps you a lot to accept who you are. It helps you to remain in your truth and your reality, and this is very important at this moment in time, to keep ourselves grounded. This gorgeous Nellit comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you also support my channel as well. I have to say that, so thank you very much, my gorgeous Piscelini. Okay, so now the very first date, it's going to be on the 2nd of June. On the 1st of June. The 1st of June, it's actually going to be really important, because on the 1st of June, you know, you're entering this month with like Vavavumish energy. A lot is going to be on your mind. Suddenly, half of you is going to be happy, and half of you is going to be unhappy. And the bottom line is, you will just feel like you want more, you want more, you want more. Those things that you're unhappy about are going to overtake. And this is actually really, really good, because that in itself, it's an absolutely mind-blowing moment that is going to be created after this moment in time, because it's going to inspire you to keep going, because now you will know that there is something really good coming. You will feel something psychic here, very strong psychic energy. You will feel something is coming, but you will not be able to explain. By the time you get to the 2nd of June, it's all about like, oh my God, you suddenly, from the moment you wake up, it's all about your own devotion. It's all about you realizing that you have to put yourself first. You have to be loyal to yourself, but also you will know exactly which services and which parts of your life do you need to put more energy in, but it's to do with a very, very specific goal that is going to become obvious. And this is brilliant on the 2nd of June, because it's almost instantly going to bring you peace, a harmony. It's going to bring you tranquility into your life, and you need this. And this is because you are at the same time releasing yourself from the bondage, my gorgeous Piscelini. With another word, sometimes you just have to swim against the current, okay? You're Piscelini, of course you know how to swim, whether it's with the current or whether it's against the current. So now at the moment, this moment in time, it's quite a lot going on against the current, and you will see, because it's starting the process from you releasing yourself from bondage, you know. But at the same time, this is gonna kind of like create very powerful beginning of understanding. You know, you will understand why certain thing happened to you that you didn't kind of understand, that you didn't like, but now you will kind of like see maybe like a blessing in this rather than anything else, because you are starting the first steps when it comes to you reaching towards enlightenment. Oh my Lord, this is absolutely brilliant. And then in between the 2nd and the actual 11th of June, it's just like, wow, you will see the sudden progress. You know, it's going to take over, and this is all coming from you, your mind, and this energy, and you will see exactly how powerful you are, because there is a lot that you have created here just with your mind and your wonderful energy. It's going to give you a really important realization that you can make a really quickly, really important decision that is indeed going to bring you even further rapid advancement when it comes to your situation. And then at around similar time, there is going to be the message that you are going to have, and the message that you are going to have, it's going to bring the best out of you when it comes to your own personal reflection, because that message that you are going to have at around the 11th of June, it's all about your own respect for knowledge, and that message will require from you to come, you have this desire to learn kind of more ideas, and you will have this desire to learn, you know, and that is going to be again highlighted at around the 25th, 26th and 27th of June 2022. This is very important indeed. The second date, my gorgeous Pisces, and before I go there, another pendant. Oh my God, how gorgeous this is, how powerful. No, look how beautiful this is, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It looks like a glass you can see through, but at the like this, like the third psychic eye. Hello my darling, how are you doing? Hello my darling. All right, now this is, look at it, it's so beautiful, you know. It looks like so kind of like not sensitive, but it looks like a glass, and this is because it's a quartz and a black tourmaline, 2 in 1. This is natural, again, 2 in 1 natural crystal, which is like a clear quartz, and it has got the pieces of black tourmaline in. Do you understand how powerful this actually is? And you can see through, not only that it's striking, but it's so strong when it comes to being strong. I mean, in the past, many years ago, thousands of years ago, they used to use the same crystal in order to like cut things through glass and to make you know, to make things to cut through glass, to make tools and things like that. That's how powerful this crystal is, like the actual crystal. But on another hand, it's ridiculously powerful. It's called, tourmalated quartz. Tourmalated quartz. It is a very powerful crystal, ridiculously powerful. And it has got this ability to actually help us with protection, ultimate, very powerful when it comes to protection against evil spirits and negative energy, negativity, but it's also very powerful when it comes to the grounding, in fact immediate grounding. So when you find yourself surrounded by the people that are really weird and strange and bizarre, they drain your energy in a very unique and strange way, and then we kind of lose ourselves, you know, and this is natural. It depends on other people's energy, especially if they give us a bit of an evil eye. So this ultimately protects you, but almost immediately brings you down when it comes to the grounding. So if you feel like spaced out, or you feel negative, or you feel a little bit anxious, or you feel a little bit strange, or you feel a little bit weak, all these feelings and emotion naturally affect us, and when we don't want to, and they happen normally when we don't want these feelings and energy to take over. So this is why this helps you so much, almost immediately, to protect your energy and to ground yourself instantly. So if you feel like, oh my God, I feel spaced out, then you have this and you touch it a little bit like this and it immediately grounds you. So this is why this is so powerful, my gorgeous Pisces. But at the same time, it has got a remarkable power to eliminate destructive patterns. Okay, so this is brilliant, you know, to go forward. This is the crystal to have. This is something that something that I highly recommend you to wear throughout June, July, and August, my gorgeous Pisces. And if you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying this, comes with a gorgeous sterling silver chain as usual. And if you would like to buy this, the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that, my gorgeous Pisces. Indeed. Oop, gosh, I'm keep on kicking this light, You know, that means that you're going to have a really very powerful idea this week, this month, you know. But then again, at the same time, my gorgeous Pisces, I told you already about the powerful idea, and this is only highlighting things for me here. I understand this. So now the second date, my gorgeous Pisces, it's going to be on the 12th of June. Now the 12th of June, this is a very good day because, you know, you are going to hear a really kind of good news about very exciting opportunities, and this is what I like. I said this before, I mentioned it at the beginning of the reading. The actual 12th of June is going to be the time when you're going to hear for the first time about this really pretty much so very exciting opportunities. And then by the time you get to the 18th, in between the 18th and 30th, it's all about the actual events that are going to require immediate action, but this is going to be completely connected to the 12th of June. So it's going to start on the 12th of June, where you're going to become aware of this news of really really exciting opportunities. And by the time you get to the 18th, this is when things are going to start, because you're going to put two and two together, and this two and two together, it's going to help you to connect the dots that were missing. And now when you get connected dots that were missing, it's like, oh my God, not a completely different picture, but a completely different world. You know, it's important, okay? So it's all about you becoming aware of the news of exciting opportunities on the 12th of June. And you have to understand that at this moment in time, this is going to make you feel enthusiastic, optimistic, very creative. But at the same time, you have to allow your energy to go on the next level. So you have to do things that are really, that you're really passionate about. But at the same time, whatever you start here, you need to finish. This is very important, so you get the most of this energy, wonderful energy that is flowing really beautifully and freely throughout the month of June 2022. This in itself is going to mark the beginning of an adventure. It's going to bring you initiative, a whole new initiative into your life, because an element of your life is going to start an unfoldment where you're going to realize that there are unlimited possibilities with the part of your life that you thought is just this and just that. No, baby, no. I love this little surprises, because this is the direct result of your own karma. You're moving on with your life, and this is why this is so happening right now. So it's about also you being like a pretty much so responsible and also persistent. You need to understand, you have to have a patience, and you need to be persistent. It's going to take exactly 78 days until this like really go on a very, very interesting level indeed. Exactly 78 days. And this is brilliant, because you know you are also going to become aware of the fact that maybe at some moment in time in your past you made some kind of unwise plans. So this is going to kind of highlight some kind of unwise plans that you made in the past, and this is also going to kind of be very relevant at this moment in time when it comes to that final push that you need from within yourself to go over and give your 100% most. Because sometimes we do things, we are facing certain things, but there are certain elements and part of ourselves that are here still holding us back. Is the power of our subconscious mind. So this is why I'm talking about that. This is 100% you are gonna be in touch with yourself here. Indeed, you are gonna wonder what is going to happen next, but then at the same time, it's like I can see you that you're going to be wondering like what is going to happen next. By the same time, you are going to be just as much ready for an adventure here as well. This is important time and the beginning of change as well. The third date, my gorgeous Pisces, it's going to be on the 27th of June. On the 27th of June, you are going to have a bit of like a suspicion here. You're going to be very suspicious about someone, and this is a brilliant thing to actually be suspicious about, because at the same time you being suspicious about a certain person, it's also going to start kind of releasing their mask. Okay, you becoming suspicious about a certain person, it's also at that moment in time these psychic feelings and intuition, it's going to be most certainly rewarded, because their mask is going to completely fall. So not that long after that moment in time, you are going to be absolutely right, and you're going to be so happy that you were able to see things through for what they are. That is going to make you feel so glad, and happy about yourself. But at the same time, you will feel like you want to create your own happiness regardless of conditions, because yet again you're going to be reminded of the certain aspects of your life that you don't want your life to be like this anymore. For too long you had your hands like tied back, but now you're realizing that all this time the power was within you. It doesn't matter, sooner or later. So this is your beautiful, beautiful moment in time, my gorgeous Pisces. So it's all about you creating your own happiness regardless of conditions, and that is going to make you like a very kind of creative when it comes to the new beginning, when it comes to the start of something very important. It's going to take place in between the 27th and the 30th of June 2022. It's all about you giving birth to something very, very important, and that in itself is going to become the actual beginning of a very meaningful experience here. And that in itself, it's also gonna really it's just going to like kind of make you aware of how certain things were delayed in your life, how certain progress was delayed, and now it's going to remind you yet again, whatever you do, you must not follow old ways that made you unhappy. Okay, you must not follow old ways that made you unhappy, because they're going to be repeating and repeating and repeating until you allow it and show it that you have learned a very important lesson here indeed. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of June, mid-June, and the last part of June. The first part of June is just remember this. I love you so much as a people. Piscelinis, you're so deep, you're so spiritual, you're artistic, you get me, you get me. And but you're beautiful people. You're like completely opposite of selfish, if that makes sense. You're not selfish, you're completely opposite of selfish, especially when it comes to like your own energy. Bless your heart. There is so much going to be going on at the beginning of June. So just remember, this is your time. Do not try to please everyone, my gorgeous Piscelini. At the beginning of June, this is your time. Focus on yourself. Do not try to please everyone, and try to take one step at a time. The mid part of June, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's like, I know that this is going to sound weird what I'm going to say, but you will be able to see the way the nature is going to communicate to you. The nature is going to communicate to you in a very, very interesting and very unique ways. Pay attention to it, please. Okay, the last part of June, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is what you need to remember. It is time to wake up. Okay, it is time to wake up, my gorgeous Piscelini, because this is going to be your moment. Okay, indeed. So now, sorry, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen with those of you who are in relationship, okay? You are going to need to put certain plans on hold, because I see that those of you who are in relationship, you had some kind of plans that you were thinking about, that you were focusing on, and it's to do with a new plan, not a brand new plan, not a brand, not a brand new plan, like a new. This is the new, oh God, I'm so confusing. This is a new plan, but it's to do with an old plan that kind of failed at certain moments in time, or you just thought it wasn't the right time. So it's something that was in your life for a while, and you will plan to go on now. But I say no. This month, as the couples, when that plan comes up in the form of a new plan, you will somehow realize that it's the poor risk, and there is something not quite right about it. You like almost like a little gamble, and all you need to do when it comes to that new plan, when it comes to couples, to actually wait for July and do it in July. It's going to be absolutely fine, because you've got the power of number 7, which is going to be guiding you and highlight things that are in the dark now. So try to put these plans away for now, and try to reconnect with them in July 2022, please. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Piscelini, oh God, I'm sorry, but there is, you see, it's the learning, something that you're going to need to learn this month. I think that this is the part of your evolution, this is the part of your process. You're going to fancy someone so much, you're going to fancy someone so badly, you're going to find someone so sexy, so delicious, so attractive, but it's going to be like, oh my God, like too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to feel something at the back of your mind, but you're going to kind of ignore this, and you're going to kind of go for it. But there is something that you're going to be just like a little bit disappointed about. It is not going to be the person who you think that it is, but that person that you're going to be disappointed about, it's also going to be an integral part of your spiritual journey, because this is going to last like a few minutes. It's not going to be something a long time. I'm talking about you seeing someone, fancying someone, and then very soon after realizing they're not who they are, and it was too good to be true. But that moment, something is going to happen. That moment, some kind of creativity is going to take over. That moment, there is something that's going to reawaken within you, and it's going to really cause you to make such an important decision. And the decision that I'm talking about, and this is how this is all going to be. You see, the decision that I'm talking about, it's going to make you aware of the importance of you making yourself available again, because only after this little disappointment, after this moment in time, you are going to be ready, and you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Piscellinis, indeed. But you have to go through this, okay? My gorgeous Piscellini, I love you all so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Piscellini. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.